Welcome back to an episode of Unranked Podcast. Coming to you all after a awesome victory by our Detroit Lions. Um, Sunday night game, one seed on the line, NFC North division title on the line. They came out victorious. Game was not as close as I think either you and I expected it to be, but just saw them show up and show out. Jahmyr Gibbs had a huge game, so we're definitely gonna chat on that a little bit. We're also gonna talk about our Pistons. Since the last time we spoke about them, they are now at 500. They're currently pushing around the Brooklyn Nets right now, up 12. Got about 4 minutes left in the third, so hoping they can pull this game out to go over 500 at this time of year, probably for the first time since like 2016,
Yep.
give or take. So, but yeah, that being said, I'm gonna kick it over to you. We'll start off with the Lions and Vikings game. I just wanted to see your thoughts on how things went down Sunday night.
Yeah, one of the things I think we both had relatively close scores. Like 31-27, 31-24, something. I forget exactly what it was. Both of us had relatively close scores, and we were pretty spot on how many points we would score. But our
Hmm.
defense came to play at another level that I didn't fully anticipate. And that we want to tip their hat to top down from Aaron Glenn, down to every one of those players out there just making moves, making plays, locking up in that red zone.
Yeah.
They were moving the ball on us. And not to kind of steal what you said beforehand, but they were moving the ball on us. We get inside that 20, we get inside the 10, and it looked like we swapped out the whole different defense. Somebody that came to play. Outside of that, another thing that really was telling to me is I felt like that coach was trying to play like Dan Campbell. I feel like he was continuing to go. I'm blanking on his name too, but he was continuing to.
Tunnel.
Yep, yep. Um, I could think I count three red zone attempts where he gave up on the field goal and decided to go for points, and that it almost never worked out for him. I think one time we did golf turn it over the following play, um, so that worked out kind of like a punt for them in the long term, but ultimately it was that was a little telling to me that teams are starting to feel like they have to be as aggressive as match our aggressiveness and match our point for points and
Hmm.
kind of get out of their own element and not play how they typically want. And when teams are chasing you and trying to do what you do, that is a great recipe for success. And I hope that continues throughout the playoffs because that's going to come back to bite teams. If you haven't played, you know, Russian roulette all season as we have, you're not going to be kind of used to the rhythm of things. You kind of walk into this and you're kind of in uncharted territories versus our squad who's been doing it pretty seamlessly for 3 years now. Now,
Hmm.
still, I think there's times where he should roll back and not do it. And I think he's kind of getting that good rhythm in. He's still kind of boneheaded from time to time, but I think he's settling for field goals at good times. He's pushing the envelope at other times. So I'm good with the cadence of it all. But that was a major thing is just how they were trying to mimic us. And last thing I'll say on the whole thing is I pretty much maybe the mid last year I've been eased up on Jahmyr Gibbs. Wasn't the highest on the draft pick. He proved last year he was very solid. This year he took it up even another level. And I would say that last game or since Montgomery's gone down, I have got even a newfound respect for what he does. And he is an every down back. My thought was we would not be to run him 20-25 times a game. We are doing that consistently, and he looks like the best running back in the NFL. 23 carries for buck 39, three touchdowns, four touchdowns. I mean that those are
Running through the
LT.
air in a
Yeah,
receiving
yeah,
touchdown.
yeah. Those
Yeah.
are like LT prime type numbers. For the
Hmm.
playoffs. You don't see those touchdowns, those big plays, and catching out the backfield all in one. So the sky's the limit for this squad, man, and it's just
Sure.
dope to watch. It's fun to watch.
Yeah. And he's like 23.
Yeah,
So like it's gonna get scarier. But yeah, no, I echo a lot of what you said, man. And I think yeah, we just showed up and showed out. We got like they best punch, first quarter, second quarter. They was getting up and down the field on us, making our they called a great game on defense from their side of things. I felt like personally, I mean, they had golf a little shaky, forced a kind of a crappy, like just BS interception, just from like that tip pass that the guy kind of like came down with. And even then, we held him to a field goal. Hell, that might have been one of the times we went for it on fourth and didn't get it in the red
I
zone.
think
I think
so.
they had like one time where that happened. So yeah, I mean, we needed the defense more than ever to show up and show out. And then as the game was going on, then I was like, all right, like offense, we can't waste this defensive like how good the defense is
Okay.
playing
Yeah.
tonight. So it's time to kind of wake up and get things going. But I don't know. I just like how we just kept going at it with the run game, going at it with the run game. Just kept feeding Jameer the ball, and I give him credit too because he got lit up on one of them
Yes.
swing passes. And I'm looking at him like, okay, like hopefully we ain't knock him out the game, get knocked out of the game or
Yeah.
something.
A
But
la, I think I texted this, but a la Reggie Bush.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God. Who popped Reggie Bush?
like Sheldon Brown or something like from the Eagles.
Yeah, Sterling.
Yeah,
Yeah. For New Orleans. No, who were they playing? But
yeah, it was
anyways,
Eagles playing the
yeah,
Saints. Yeah,
yeah, a la, was it anyways, I can't think, maybe it was the Dawkins. Anyways, regardless, he got lit up, and that's kind of reminding me of, but
hmm
he hopped up. Luckily, nothing structural, broke ribs or nothing, just a little wake up call. And yeah, no,
yeah.
so I agree with you
Got
on
back
that.
in there and started getting back to it.
He's a stud. Like, he's a difference maker. And I didn't think we'd be to give him the ball 25 times, 20 times a game. And I think we worked in Reynolds a good amount just to kind of, I think he got 8 carries, like 40
Yeah,
yards, just to kind of ease off the pressure a little bit. And that, that's the recipe for success here.
he looked great. Reynolds looked great.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like proud, like just kind of seeing how he come in there and get like carries and just like different spots. I mean, he was solid in pass blocking. And then golf is just spreading the love around. Amara had 6 catches, 77 yards. Sam Laporta, 7 catches, 63 yards. JMO got his 1,000. They threw him a little screen pass.
That's at the
Like
end. Yeah.
at the end, he got his, even though there was an offensive pass interference, I was kind of worried he wasn't going to get it. But I think when the penalty happened, he had already gained the yardage. So,
Right,
like,
right.
we was good. He was good to get it. So that was cool. Because I think he had more yards than Drake London, uh,
Thank you.
uh, Olave, Garrett Wilson,
Oh, every
all these
first draft.
guys,
Yeah.
yeah, all these guys that was drafted before him. So he's also, that was another pick that we was not too fond of that has kind of finally came through fruition. He's also only 22, 23 years old as well.
Yes.
So we just got these like, I mean, our offense, like I keep saying, like, we can put up 40 on everybody. Like, we the only ones that get in our way
Yep.
when it don't happen. And I do think the offense a little bit, like Ben Johnson was kind of falling in love with the screens and the bubble screens and kind of just I didn't love what we was kind of like throwing on first, running on second, or we was getting 4 or 5 yards on first and kind of going away from it on second. I but they ended up figuring out a way and finding a way to, we just wore down on them. That's really what happened. And yeah, you just got to get a defense credit. Showing up, showing out. You got it. They no disrespect to him, got like a lot of no-name guys on the team right now that, aren't those big names like McNeil and Hutch and, some other guys were missing. But yeah, I mean, they showed up and showed out. And glad we got that 1 seed. We needed to buy, like humans need air. So like it worked out perfectly to where now, we just gotta wait for our opponent next week and we only got to get two wins,
Yep.
Super Bowl, to get to the
Yeah.
Super
No, I
Bowl.
mean, I think Rams and Minnesota, obviously both of them are fairly formidable teams. So we can't look ahead too far, but I'm ready for them. I think we
Yeah.
can
Only thing that
we
made
have
me
the capability
nervous,
of steamrolling either one of them guys.
right?
With
Only
two
thing
week 2 week game plan, 2 week
yeah,
them beating themselves up for another week, and
right.
I think that is all positive. I know you've seen Anzalone's Frankenstein stitched up arm, and he was playing. So I mean, even little things like that. I think I was sitting around joking with my wife that he was going to hit it and it was going to bust open in the field. But I'm like, you gotta,
And your dog, you gotta do dog shit.
gotta do dog shit.
He was on
No,
that. I remember,
that's a hard line, but no, I agree. We
yeah.
Lions are rolling, and it's exciting to have a team this formidable sitting there 15-2. I would have never thought,
Hmm.
15 15 wins is 2 seasons for us most of the time. So it's
For
it's
sure.
incredible to just turn around here and just like you said, everything considered, all the injuries, and we're finding ways to win and steamroll. We're
Hmm.
winning when it's not sexy. When golf has 5 picks, we're winning. When golf has 2 picks, we're winning. Um, you know, your
But this gonna
first
be a
feature running back goes down, you keep going. So I
it's
think
gonna be a
we
Disney
can weed out.
movie.
Yeah,
They're gonna make a Disney movie out of this when we win the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, like
and
this just got the storybook. Dan Campbell. Just
over
when
the
he
top.
came,
Yeah,
yeah, just like when everybody thought of him to start off, and like where we're at now, like yeah, they're definitely gonna make a movie out of this when we win the Super Bowl. So yeah, that being said, I think myself personally, I'm gonna be a Commanders fan this weekend. I think if there's anybody that I would want to see, it'd probably be them. Like if I were to put it in order, it'd probably be like them, Packers, Vikings, Rams. Like that's kind of like the order because we can beat all four of them. I'm just weary about we already beat the Rams twice in the
yeah,
last
I know.
calendar year.
3 times is
Already
tough.
we got like a 4 game win streak against the Vikings right now, if I'm not mistaken. We got a 2 game win streak against the Packers right now. Sometimes in the NFL, that third game, it just, like that playing that third team, that same team that third time, things get a little weird. But I do
Hmm.
feel like we have enough to just like strong arm any of them and come out victorious to get to that NFC championship. And we're gonna be at the crib too, so that make all the difference in itself right then.
Yeah, Detroit, the fourth field gonna be fired up. No, I'm just looking forward to it. And then the last thing
Oh,
I say regarding this is I want a special shout out. I don't know if I sent it to you on Twitter or not, but Malik Robertson, just kind of
Meek,
him
yeah,
and Justin
yeah,
Jefferson playing each other since they've been like 16,
yeah,
different camps and in college, and just him kind of taking it upon himself. And
yeah.
he came to play. He was making some moves.
He had a nice little quote too. The kid killed what came from the fucking dirt.
I didn't hear him say that. That's great.
Yeah, he got a game ball and he was just like, they tried to bury me. They tried to kill me. They tried to bury me, but you can't kill what came from the dirt. Yeah, give him credit, bro, because
That's
he's
right.
not the biggest, and he's a nickel
No,
corner. That's usually his where he's at. Now you got him on the outside on an island playing
yep.
man against the best receiver in
Against
the
one of the
league.
best. Yep.
He only had like 60 yards, and he was dropping passes. He was kind of out of his off his game. So give him
Yeah,
credit,
I think
man.
there's potentially that familiarity just
Yeah,
help keep that from 110 to 60 yards or something. I think
yeah,
that's yeah,
for sure. Just like them reps, he them even seeing him, like you said, since high school. So like he kind of
yeah,
know what to look for, how to play him. So yeah, hell of a game. Like I said, I thought it would be maybe like a 1 score, 2 score game, but when we started to just lean on him that second half, it was real rewarding. Just the way that we got it, just with grit, just grinded it out, leaned on him, and I think it's funny. Like it's kind of granted he go for it on fourth and times. I'm still not a fan of it, but now it's kind of flipped to where it's like that's almost the standard, and it's like you said, teams. It's like go for it if you want to. Like, are you sure you want to go
yeah.
for
Right.
it? Like, like it's kind of a mind game now to
It
where it
is.
went
You leave
from
these points
being
on the
like,
board, you might not ever make them back up.
yeah, it went
Yeah.
from like a bone, like kind of like boneheadedness to like now this is how you got to keep up with us. So it's kind of interesting
Hmm.
how that's changed too.
It is.
So, but yeah, we'll know we're gonna be playing Monday. We'll dive in, with that. Come next Wednesday, once we understand who we're gonna be playing, kind of go from there with it. But we'll shift gears here and talk about our Detroit Pistons. I got the little box score live right now. We got a 21-point lead, start of the fourth quarter. Um, Malik Beasley leading the charge with 18 points, got a few threes, got a lot of guys just, on the verge of getting into this, double digits and scoring. Pistons been on a roll. I mean, they beating everybody too. They beating the teams they're supposed to be. Like with beating the Trailblazers, even though we gave them 22 points, but they also pulled off a great victory against the Timberwolves and like Anthony Edwards. We know what that's a former Western Conference Finals team. So yeah, just wanted to kind of see your thoughts, Ian, what we've our what you've thought of our box score watching since we can't watch them
I know.
on
Yeah,
TV.
we could have a whole podcast on that. No, I watched some games. Thanks, shout out Meth Streams. We no, in general, I think it's an amazing season. Obviously this is the trend in the direction I wanted us to be in the last couple of years, and it looks like all of
Yeah.
it's kind of coming to gel. Starting with Cade. Cade looks like that number one overall pick. Looks phenomenal. 24 and a half points a game, tick shy of 10 assists a game, 6, 7 rebounds. I mean, what more can you
Mm-hmm.
have? I think I seen the stat that said um this season, minimum of all of those stats, it's Luca, Joker, and him or something. It's very short list.
Yeah,
And that we got one of those guys. Can't be no older than 23, 24. I'm probably overshooting it a little bit on that. So I think he, yeah, he's been through the fire. I seen something the other day just saying, he was damn near crying on the stage last year when we lost that 28th game, and just how that turned around to what we have now, and just the team. They look excited to play together. They look like they're gelling.
yeah,
Everybody's for everybody. You see from Ron Holland, the rookie, just making moves, people excited for him. He's getting in people's faces. You got
dog.
Malik Beasley just looking like Curry out there. I mean, it's we've made some right decisions, and it looks like Trajan Langdon has came in and did a few little minor tweaks to this roster and took arguably not arguably the worst team in the NBA last year, worst team in the NBA last 2 years, and turned them into 6, 7 seed in the East. Damn near heading into the All-Star break.
Yeah,
So it's I'm nothing but ecstatic and excited for just the rest of the season. And I've been on trade fighter trying to figure out what we can cook up, and I got some shit that we can cook up, but
for
it
sure.
we're in that real interesting spot where we're fun to watch. You mentioned some of the teams we beat, but I went on that road trip, beat the Lakers, beat the Suns, beat the Sacramento Kings. Portland, I think, was in there. So I think
Yeah,
you know, I even though we were heading into that, we were probably like 12 and 14 or something. I was like, damn, this is a tough little stretch, and weekend or day
hmm
in day out, we chipped away and won those games. So I'm starting to get more confidence in them. Like you said, we're rolling the Nets right now, taking care of business. Teams best players are injured, you got to stomp all over them.
for sure.
You got Anthony Edwards coming to town. Who cares if he drop a 50 piece? You guys are still losing and you look like crap. So I think
Hmm
that's kind of um the mantra of our squad. And I think we have a great little gel of Cade being a facilitator, Ivy when he's out there, when he's not injured, being that kind of that dynamite Russell Westbrook like player. And then he's
Yeah,
sprinkling a lot of those shooters. He's sprinkling a couple vets around him, and we got what we're cooking up now. I'm excited
for
about it.
sure. Yeah, no, I mean, like you said, it's different what a year makes. I mean, I think a year ago we had Troy Weaver getting attacked, like verbally attacked by fans in the stands. And I think the best part about this season, you ain't heard or seen Trajan only when we need to hear or see him.
Yep.
Like he's just in the background, just kind of cooking, doing his thing. We definitely gonna have to jump on here and do some trade scenarios and kind of put some stuff together. This trade deadline get closer because I'll be interested to see like what we try to do. Just in order to try to bring somebody in. I'm hoping we ain't like trying to ship off. I think if anybody gonna go to probably Duran, we can dive into that another time, just as far as like what we think that might look like. But yeah, I mean, if we can add backup point guard, get a little better, you know, like down low, just as far as like a more versatile five, kind of like a better version, like a better Isaiah, like how Isaiah Stewart's playing, like a better, like an upgrade in that regard. Like might be able to get that fourth, fifth seed and not have to worry about playing in the play-in and fighting to get into the playoffs. And the higher seed you get, there's more of an opportunity to obviously to make a run and catch a team slipping. So yeah, I mean, it's been awesome to see. Hell, we might even be in the Jimmy Butler sweepstakes just because I mean, who would want to be a part of this right now? So I'm excited to see what we're able to bring up or, maybe possibly bring in and also see what this core can look like fully healthy. We doing this with Jaden Ivey and Asar Thompson in and out the lineup for a
Yeah,
good
beat up.
majority of the season.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I think we're the squad we got now, seeing how young we are, we have a lot of room for improvement. So I don't think you want to theoretically do anything too drastic.
yeah,
But
right.
finding those, like you said, unique situations, a la Jimmy Butler or
Zach Levine,
Jack Levine. Yep, yeah, that was another one I was gonna say. I don't know. I wouldn't want them to do anything too crazy. I'm trying to look
right.
at, I mean, obviously we can't. I mean, they're not going to trade Cade. We know that Ivy's hurt. so he can't go anywhere. Duran, I think, would be the odd man out. And I think Duran is very solid. I think he would be much utilized if he got like just a, for lack of a better term, let's say a Drummond coming off the bench to help ease some of his rim protection and just that type of thing. I think is what we need on the squad because Duran's good and young. I think we can work in just a solid, tough nosed rim protector.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it would it make the world of difference.
Set it off, yeah. Because yeah, that and I don't know. I like Markel Fultz, and that's somebody that ain't playing right now. Like getting like somebody like that kind of come in and just help close games. Maybe he's like a veteran point guard that's kind of help close out games. Have Cade, I think I said a couple times, have Cade on the other side of the ball or off the ball, just kind of not making so many decisions late in the game, or like watching somebody else make better decisions late in the game will just help him with his development. Because I think I told you before, like, I mean, Chris Paul was playing next to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and we've seen what he's turned into, after having an opportunity to play with just like an older vet.
Right.
But yeah, we're in prime position, man. I think team is just clicking on all cylinders. I love the core. I see the vision. We got depth at the wing. We got shooting. We play defense. We got an all-star caliber point guard as well. So and I hope they get him into that all-star game because I like LaMelo, but they're like 8-26, and he's like somehow the leading vote getter, and that just doesn't make sense to me at
Yeah,
all.
I actually seen that the other day.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he's just he's a superstar, so I think that
yeah,
helps.
like
Yeah,
kids love him.
yeah,
Yeah, shoes and yeah, all that. Like he's
yeah.
kind
His
of like a
brother's
rock
song.
star.
No,
Yeah,
yes.
swerve in that corner.
Oh.
I'm like swerve in that corner. Oh, yeah,
But no,
it's catchy.
no, I agree with you on that. I think looking at people like I want K to be an all-star too, but looking at people like Trey Young, who's got snubbed like 3 or 4 times. I mean, it's going to be tough to break into that
Yeah,
at
even
little
like
because two
it's
people
like
make it. Yeah, it's kind of
it's like
it's
him. You got Brunson. You got Dame. I feel like sometimes All-Star game kind of just be like, let the old heads just kind of, like move over young blood, let the old heads kind of come in and play. That's kind of
yeah,
what he be feeling like sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I love for him to get like most improved player, make an all NBA team, whether that's, second or third team. I think that would just be a phenomenal accomplishment. And yeah, it's just cool seeing him get his just due finally staying healthy and all that as well this season too. So we in a real good spot. I am purchasing his jersey in the near future as well. That is going to happen.
I like that. No, I'm a fan of that. He was rocking that J-Mo jersey the other day. Made me want to get one. That black jersey looked hard.
That black, yeah. I think if I
Um,
did a Lions one, it's going to be like a black or blue. It's either going to be Panay or Hutch.
yeah, no, a Hutch jersey would go hard.
Yeah.
No, so I'm looking on this pistonpower.com, whatever the hell that is.
Hmm.
Um, it says this offseason they should try to target Miles Turner, so that'd be like my backup center suggestion. Brandon Ingram, and then the trade people they brought up was Laurie Markkinen, which sounds crazy, even though I do like him a lot, but he signed that big ass deal.
Yeah.
Um, and then Christoph Porzingis.
He play
Uh,
like 40 games a season.
yeah, yeah,
He's good, but yeah, I love Miles Turner. I think Brandon Ingram, that might be a slam dunk just off of like where Trajan was at prior.
oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I thought that'd be a great fit. Like literally, I mean, we just need a three that can score and defend. I think that'd be pretty good. Put him at you could probably play at the four in some of the like smaller lineups too.
yeah.
Yeah, we just gotta get like one more guy that can just go get you 20 a night, but can also get you 37, once every 2, 3 weeks. You just kind of need that extra punch. So we'll like all that cap space in the off season. I know we kind of getting ahead of ourselves here, but I'm just looking forward to seeing what they do when you know, hell, 36 games from now.
Yeah.
When it's like April, May.
It'd be great. It'd be tough, but I'll be honest. It'd be hard. I don't know. I'm looking at this Christoph Porzingis thing. Depending on what happened, who we had to give up for that, I'm not mad at that at all. Actually, even though he has only
Yeah.
played 14 games this year.
The only thing that scared me is the injuries. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it never be like ankle sprain. It'd be like broke foot
Yeah,
surgery,
like
like
that, like
just out 3 months.
in the playoffs last year, you got fucking yeah. No,
Yeah,
I
in the
agree.
finals. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
So
38% from three,
hey, floor
18-7.
space that floor out even more. That's only gonna
No,
have Cade averaging like 25 and 25, 6 and 12. Like, yeah. I mean, we
no,
just
I just
yeah,
want to make some moves. I want to be good. I think we're safe in the like playing like this. I feel very confident we'll make it to the play in. Very confident. And now I'm really starting to think, not to get too far ahead of me, I'm really starting to think if we can we land in that 6 spot, can we land in the 5 spot? Can we not have to
question mark
play the
slipping.
Celtics? Can we not have to
Yeah.
play the Celtics or the Cavs? I mean,
Oh
let's go
yeah,
get Orlando. Maybe we can get in their ass. Let's go get, you
for
know,
sure.
um, somebody like that. I feel Indiana. We can fuck around, smack them up in the playoffs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the playoffs ended today. The playoffs ended today, we'd be playing the Cavs.
Yeah. So that's
Um,
what I'm saying. Try to find a way to avoid
yeah,
those
try
two
to
at all
find,
costs.
yeah,
We
like
can
the
make literally
Knicks.
legit have a fighting chance to get out of the first round. Yeah,
Especially like, cause I think a team like play like the Bucks, you know what I'm saying? Orlando, Pacers, like you catch some of these teams slipping.
yep,
Give me, we win two, losing six, or go take them to seven, something like that. Hell, might even pull up for a playoff game if we can get in there. I think that'd be worth the price of admission. So we'll
no,
see
I
what
feel you on that.
they got for us though.
No, for sure.
But
It's
but
a long
yeah,
season. I'm thrilled. 36 games in.
yeah. I mean, did not expect this at all. We won 30 wins. We 12 away and it's early January. So
Yeah,
loving what we seeing and yeah, the schedule is favorable going forward. They might be, 3, 4 games above 500 next time we hop on here and chat about them.
yeah. We up 20 right now. You got anything else for the people?
Oh, so I got. We'll be back with y'all with the Lions next opponent. And a little more Pistons talk next Wednesday.
For sure, for sure.
Episode releasing Thursday. So
Yes, sir.
peace
Peace.
out.